Welcome back to another episode of the High Altitude Training Institute. My name is Greg Reverdio, and you only have 5 weeks until race day. This is the intermediate half marathon training plan. With only 5 more weeks until race day, there is something that we need to take a look at, and that's your shoes. Are your shoes ready to be replaced? Do they have too many miles? Maybe you've done that already. But if you haven't, here's a few tips of things that you need to look for when it's time to replace your shoes. And what I did is I brought a few samples of shoes that I've used and that are ready to go. So if you take a look, this is one of my trail shoe, one of my favorite trail shoe actually. This is the New Balance Vazzy Summit, really good shoe. Now in normal condition, you can see that it has quite a few it is raised quite a bit right here, and this is a used shoe, so it's actually a lot more when it's brand new. But you notice I'm a forefoot kind of guy, so midfoot right here, so this is where it's going to get flat, and you can see that this shoe is completely flat on this side especially, and no more grip, no more support. This is a shoe that's now in the closet, and it's being used just around the house. So that's done. Another shoe, this is one of my racing flat. Really like this shoe, Adidas, what was it, the Takumi Sen, which is really light, super lightweight shoe. Love this shoe. Done a lot of half marathon. I got a PR in this shoe right here. About 6 ounce for a shoe, so very, very light. But if you notice, again, the tread right here, and you can see a pattern, obviously. I wear my shoes on the outside quite a bit, but this shoe has a little bit of grip right here, and it's all gone on this side. So this is a shoe that's definitely done. I use this shoe for racing only and for track workouts. Now these are shoes that I just use on the road. Those are just regular Adidas. These still have some mileage, and these are actually, they've lasted for a very long time. And but you can see the tread is still going. I can still feel pretty comfortable in it, and I know that this shoe can go for a while. And then again, I'll show you another shoe that's good to go. This one, you can see that the tread is starting to happen here. This is a ASIC shoe. This is my racing shoe, again, just like these shoes were right here. Same principle, a lot of little grip right here, and you can see it start to wear out, but this is still really good, so this shoe is still good to go. So take a look at your shoes, see the tread, and see how many miles you've put on it. It's always a good thing to keep track of mileage with your shoes so that you don't go over for too long, and then so you have an idea of how many miles you can put on a pair of shoes before they get replaced. Over time, you'll build experience, and you'll see that certain brands will last longer than other brands. Certain type of shoes will last longer than others. It's all a personal choice, but I want you to keep that in mind. If your shoes are getting ready to be replaced, please go ahead and do it. Spend the money. I know shoes are not cheap, but it will prevent from getting injuries. And I've gotten injured before wearing shoes for too long, and never do that again. So I hope this was a good tip, and we'll see you next week. Now let's take a look at this week's training plan. All right, this is the last week in phase 3, which means that next week is going to get a lot easier. 40 miles this week with a 5 weeks until race day, and we have, if you've done all the weeks with us so far, this is week 16 out of 20. On Monday, we're going to do an easy run for 8 miles, and then on Tuesday, we're going to be doing a speed workout, repetition run. 2 sets of 6 times 200 meters with 200 meter jog recovery at repetition pace. That's a total of 6 miles, and that includes your warm up and your cool down. Rest day on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we're going to do 20 minutes at T pace or threshold pace, and at the end of it we're going to do 200 meter repeats at R pace, so 4 of them, 4 times 200 meter with 200 meter jog recovery in between. Again, 7 miles including your warm up and your cool down. Be sure to look at your pacing guide that you downloaded from the introduction video so you can figure out exactly how fast you should be running in these workouts. Rest day on Friday, Saturday, easy run for 8 miles. And then on Sunday, we'll do a kind of a mix of a marathon pace and threshold pace. 2 miles easy, and then 3 miles at marathon pace, followed immediately by 1 mile at T-pace, threshold pace. And again, right after that, 3 miles at marathon pace. Now, this is going to be a tough workout. This is going to be actually a tough week, probably the toughest week of all of them in the training plan. So be sure to keep with it and keep up the effort for the entire week. Remember, next week starts taper, so give it all you have this week. This is a very important week, getting all these workouts out of the way. As always, please give us a like, leave us a comment if you have any question, and don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot more videos coming up for you in the near future. If you want more information about the High Altitude Training Institute and what we do, please go ahead and visit www.altitude.run. You'll find that we do offer coaching, and we also offer a custom training plan for other distances. And finally, we offer summer running camps at high altitude in the summer in Arizona. Join us, find out more information, and we will see you next week. Have a great week of training.